Hey guys, it's Matt for Antihero magazine, and it honestly makes me so happy to say that I am here with Jeff from the legendary Possessed. How the hell are you, my friend?
Hey Matt, I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you.
Glad to hear it, man. You finished up your set on the main stage of Bloodstock. How was it? How did it go?
Oh, I had a ball, man. It was fucking a blast.
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it.
Great crowd.
Yeah. They love their extreme metal here. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. This place is born for metal, man.
And they're all in a thrashy kind of mood as well, because they got the Megadeth as the headliner. Yeah,
Megadeth fucking rules.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys, you're both from the San Francisco thrash scene.
Oh yeah, we've done some touring with Megadeth back in the '80s. Well, yeah, me and Dave used to party quite a bit.
Yes. Anyway, and I want to start out because I've got a little bit of controversy I would like to solve. This year is the 30th anniversary of Death's first album, Scream Bloody Gore. Some people consider that to be the first death metal album.
Here's the story.
Right.
Between Mantis and the first Death album, Chuck moved out to our fan club president's house to be around us.
Oh, okay.
So he's quoted in countless magazines that Possessed his primary influence. So his album came out 2 years after Seven Churches, which was written in '82, '83. And Chuck was a very dear friend of mine, right? We used to sit and talk, and we were the best of friends, right? And so he was heavily influenced by Possessed, and he was proud of that. And he's quoted that many times, and in fact, people started calling Death Possessed clones so much that he distanced himself a little bit and started saying, I don't even play death metal, I play progressive metal.
Right, okay.
So the funny thing is, ironically enough, if Chuck were alive today, he wouldn't want to be called death metal, he would want to be called progressive metal. But I remember Chuck coming up to me after Scream Bloody Gore saying, this might sound just like you, right?
Yeah.
He was proud of that. And, and I was proud of him, and we were friends, and I loved him. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Death because they're fucking awesome, and I think that they were influenced by Possessed, but they ran with it, went in their own direction, and created their own vibe. And they don't need to claim anything. But Death is Death,
Absolutely, yeah. There's not going to be any other Death the same way.
It's a fantastic band and a fantastic musician, a fantastic friend.
So
I just wish he was alive today so we could collaborate.
Same here. So it would have been my lifelong dream to have interviewed Chuck.
In fact, to go a step further, Chuck used Randy Burns, who did Seven Churches, to do Scream Bloody Gore, his first album.
Wow! No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely little nugget.
And he also did a cover of The Exorcist.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Which is, as a starting track for an album, you really can't get much better than The Exorcist. Like, that classic piano riff that leads into it. Did you guys ever get into any form of legal trouble for using that piano riff from the film? No,
it's altered. Of course it's not. But no, I mean, back then it wasn't like today. People just did what they did, and we just did it on a grand piano, a Prophet, bass, and did it ourselves. So it's different, but you can tell, but no, we did it.
And people like to look back on the San Francisco metal of the 80s, and they like to look back at it through rose-tinted glasses of this amazing time where metal was everywhere and it was the biggest thing going. Was it actually like that? Did it actually feel like a massive movement at the time?
It very much did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. There was magic happening in there back then.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing the same kind of flow happening again. I mean, with grunge, it seemed like death metal almost became a joke. It almost died. And now to see it back and flourishing and so alive and well, it's just fucking great, man. I was actually worried in the 90s that death metal would just disappear, So now that it's alive and well, it's fucking awesome,
And of course, in the 90s, you had bands like Korn and Limp Bizkit that were starting to take over. So did those bands really annoy you? Did they get under your skin, or do you just think this is just the way metal's going? I don't really mind.
I appreciate all art, all music. I think that everybody's entitled to play whatever they want, and that's their thing, and they were good at it, and you know, I play my genre, they play their genre, and you know, the world would be a pretty fucking boring place if there was only one genre, you know?
Very true. Yeah. Very, very true, yeah.
I love all art, you know?
And death metal, it's been going now for, as we were saying, it's been going for more than 30 years now.
Yeah.
So why is it where genres like new metal sort of faded and went into obscurity, why has death metal been able to survive so long and continue to do so well?
I think death metal is a lifestyle, you know? I think that people take pride in being death metal heads, and I think there's just something core and primal about it that people really relate to, and I think that exists in every heart, you know? But I couldn't tell you any more than that we love it, and that's our thing, you know?
And are there any up-and-coming and young death metal bands at the moment that you're really enjoying?
Oh, there's tons of them. I mean, you're putting me on the spot, but I wouldn't say they're up-and-coming because they're already established, but I like bands like Absu, and of course, the bands I like, I guess, are pretty well established already. I love like bands like Christian, you know, and Malevolent Creation, and you know, anything that Max does is awesome. Yeah, Max,
you're wearing a Cavalera shirt right now.
Yeah,
like
he gave it to me.
Oh, no way, that's awesome, man.
He gave it to me when we played, I think it was Wacken, Yeah, so, I love all death metal bands. I you know, like I say, everybody who's true to their art, you can tell, and if they're true to the game, I love them, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of Max as well, he's on his Return to Roots tour. He's doing the Roots album from 20 years ago.
It's awesome.
Yeah. What do you think of that album? I absolutely bloody love it. I think it's a great record. What do you think of it?
Well, I mean, to skip back a little bit, after I was injured, you know, I got shot a couple of times. I used to work out to Arise.
Brilliant.
Arise, I would just have on repeat, lifting weights and getting back into health, and I actually rehabilitated to Arise. You know?
That's metal. That is brilliant.
so I hold that album pretty dear to me. You know?
Yeah, that's brilliant. So you and Max are good friends then, I imagine.
Well, we've met a couple times. I think we're friends. And I'd like to be better friends with them, but you know, we're always busy. So
always busy. It's always the way.
I'd love to do a collab with them. You know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Dude, the next album's coming out. It's next year on Nuclear Blast, is it?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the record? What can we expect from the new album?
I think you're gonna hear some really fucking good death metal, man. I'm really happy with a lot of the tracks, and I'm still writing in the process. I'm writing a lot of music. Writing all the lyrics, of course. I'm also collaborating with Danielle and Claudius, and we're working together hard to create something that we really like, you know. And we're hoping that translates well into other people, and you know, and we're hoping people like it.
Yeah, of course.
If they don't, then fuck them.
Then fuck them. Yeah. That's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So is it very close to what we know of Possessed from your work in the 80s? Is it close to that sort of sound?
Well, it's me. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still me.
Yeah.
I would say it's very Possessed-y.
Yeah.
But it's not so dated. You know?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think as much as I love the first 3 albums, they're a little dated.
Okay.
So we're trying to bring it back into the, you know, into this century. Yeah. And we're not gonna like overproduce it or, you know, do anything but straight death metal. And, you know, and it's just what I want to play and what the band wants to play, and we're really enjoying ourselves. And so far, the demos went over really well. You know, so.
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. And the early Possessed albums, especially the first one, very, very raw and very sort of gritty in their production. Is the new one the same, or does it sound a bit more clean, a bit more clear than what we've heard before?
Well, everybody's so worried that we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be death metal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. And we're gonna try to keep it old school. You know?
Yeah.
But like I say, for lack of a better term, we're gonna bring it to this century. You know?
Yes, yeah. Good way of putting it. And there's been such a what's the phrase I'm looking for here?
I'm always gonna play what I want to play.
Yeah, of course. That's always.
I don't believe in rules.
That's always the best way of doing it.
Fuck the rules. Yep.
And it's your. That's what I was going to say. Actually, it's your first album on Nuclear Blast as well.
Yeah, it is.
So, what were they like? Did they get involved in the creative process at all, or did they just let you? They let you be you. Is that the way it was?
No, I own all the publishing rights, so I have complete creative control, and
okay.
They are so supportive in everything I do, and it's so awesome to work with Gerardo and Jap and Marcus and all the Nuclear Blast family. Have just been like a dream come true. They're like, they remind me of us, like just people we grew up with, and they're just really good guys. They're really good friends. We probably shoot 30 or 40 emails a day back, just talking about anything.
Just talking about anything. Yeah. So what was it that first drew you, when you were searching for a label for the new record, what was it that drew you to Nuclear Blast above everyone else?
Well, because they're the premier death metal label. I mean,
they're very true.
They're the end all and be all of metal, and of course, they have bands like Exodus and Slayer and Testament and it seems like every time you open a magazine, that's what you see, Nuclear Blast. And they seem like they believe in the system. They believe in death metal, and they believe in their artists, and they're like really loyal to their artists, and they just, that's what I wanted. We had several band conversations, before we were gonna send the demo out. Like, who would you want to be on? And all the names floated up. And it always came back to, it would be the end all and be all to be on Nuclear Blast.
Yes, of course.
Because that's the death metal label, And so, I mean, I'm a fan,
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way to be. And one last question before we wrap this up. It's been a few decades since the last Possessed record. Are we going to have to wait a couple decades more after this one for the next one?
Well, it depends. I have a 3-album options. I have 2 more options after this album.
Oh wow, okay.
So we'll see how this first one does. If it does well, then you're most likely going to see the second and third, and maybe an EP and a single, and we're going to start releasing a bunch of shit soon. So. Oh,
brilliant! I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Everyone pick up the new Possessed record when it comes out. It is going to be mega.